Hello and welcome back to my solo self-found series. I know I haven't posted a video in quite a long while, I could say. I had some things that I needed to solve in my personal life, but right now I am able to record and try to keep my standard uploads as I tried to do before, like 2, maybe maximum 3 videos per week. And maybe you are asking me what exactly happened since my last upload. Of course, I have been playing, I have not been slacking off. Maybe if you remember my loadout from the last time I made a video, you may see in my gear, for example, that I managed to get some new things, like for example this crystal. I recently was able to create this one. I still need to like epic boost it, that's why you can see I'm doing my awakened dungeons so that I can get these little stones. And yeah, I also have to do awakened panic cave, which is a stressful dungeon to do, especially for me that I don't have a proper bike. To do that, I have to do it only with dash and fade step, and I will show you in another video because today I completed all of my runs, but I will show you in another video how exactly that is going and how I managed to complete it. But yeah, I need these stones. I have to do all the DX, awaken DX, because I need these so that I can buy epic boosters. And for those of you that don't know, at least on Play Cabal, you come to Craft Merchant Chloe, open craft shop, and as you can see, you have all the epic boosters right over here. And for all of them, at least for these 3, you need elemental crystal, which is one of the each DX stones, awaken DX that is, and 1 stain clone. So yeah, I have to do them all. It's a pain, but at least I get some cores, I get DP, and maybe, who knows, maybe some slot extender highest high. Everything is welcomed in my situation. And for the ultimate one, you need the crystals from the premium ones, but until I reach the ultimate gear, it will be quite a while, I could say. But as I said, I got this one, and if we check with my old one that I bought with the dungeon fragments, it's about 700 combat power difference, but keep in mind that I need 2 more levels on this one and 2 more epic boosts. So yeah, I'm keeping this one just so that I can compare the 2 of them and see how much of an improvement it is. Also, the Sigmetal one is better because for Force Blader you get the Astral Enchant, which gives some extra stats depending on how high your secondary weapon is. So for example, for this one, if we look, it's level 8, 68 attack, 13 critical damage, but if I put the Sigmetal one, it's level 10, 84 attack and 15 critical damage. The critical rate is the same, but the other 2 are different. So yeah, that's also a little bit of boost just because it's higher level of gear. But enough about that. Going further down the gear, I managed to drop from Sienna, I don't really remember, it was Sienna 1 or Sienna 2. I managed to drop a rare Epaulette Fighter, another upgrade for me from the Osmium one. 2 big things that for me it's an achievement. I managed to make my Carnelian and Bell to plus 15. The plan is to make them plus 16, but at first I want to get these 3 also, to these 2 to plus 15 and this one to plus 10, and basically that's where all my DP is going right now, in upgrading these ones. So yeah, another thing that I'm glad I dropped, and it's, I would say, a decent one, it's this Orchidia Amulet. Also these 2 Sienna I have crafted because I've unlocked the Sienna bracelet craft from my Chloe crafting. It was 25 Chloe tokens. So yeah, I've been trying to craft some good penetration ones. I would say this one is quite nice, and this one is quite a disappointment. It's almost perfect stat-wise, but its accuracy, and I can admit I cried a little bit when when I saw it's just accuracy, not penetration. If it was penetration, this would have served me for at least half a year. So yeah, sad for this one. And coming back to some of the gear that I didn't have the upgrades in my last video, I believe the helm I added the third slot as critical damage. In the suit and the gloves I added amp. I think it will be quite a while until I can get a max crit rate scroll, and at that point, as you can see, I have a ton of dungeon fragments. I can just buy them again and just put the third slot as max critical rate. So yeah, I prefer to have some extra stats rather than keeping them empty for the lucky chance of getting the max crit rate from extraction. Another thing that you may see, I went for a vamp earring +8 and a defensive one +7. These two will go like a long way for me. I will, after completing these ones, I will try to chaos upgrade these ones to +15. So yeah, these will be like stable ones. For the bracelets, I also the amulet, but for the bracelets I will try to craft some penetration ones and only after that go for +15 chaos. As for other things that to be honest, I was like going back and forward on what to upgrade for myself, what dungeon should I do, and all of that. And for what I can say that I settled in, for example, I started doing some of the merit medal. As you can see, this one is, I would say, 80% completed, but I still need some more. And the most of my merit points that I got was honestly, let me just go and show you from this coupon shop. I did not want to buy like premium dungeons. At that point when I decided this, I couldn't say I had this combat power and I didn't want the hassle of doing them, and I started to buy like gold insignia elixirs, and I always do that because it gives me quite a good amount of points. As you can see here, I get extra 3 points, which is quite nice for doing nothing, just being logged in. I also started a little bit to use my medals that I got from like the event pass, and I did a couple wars, but I decided to not do war for a bit because it's quite annoying, I would say, and for me it's not worth losing like 30 minutes to get almost nothing. I will get these medals from Weak Lake in Dusk, as I showed you in another video, from event pass, and after I can spend my DP in other places, I will just be buying these evaluation orders and just use these and try to get as much honor that I can. Currently I'm almost class 17, and as I said, I did not do that much war, so yeah. And now I will just update you a little bit about the solo self-found rule that I decided to change a little bit, because while talking to some of the guild members, someone mentioned that maybe I do too much with the guild and too much guild activities, and I decided, okay, maybe yeah, it's too easy on that side, and decided to change a little bit on that part. I will just try to like do a little rundown of what I have changed and what that implies for me, and if you wanna see the full rules, I always post them in my description. I have a link to a Google Doc that has a full list of the rules. So yeah, the thing that I have changed for myself and for everyone who wants to maybe do what I do and follow my rules, I have updated the guild activities. Maybe if you know, before I was getting the guild treasures and guild gold treasures, I was doing more like of the guild dungeons. I was opening the guild dungeon little treasures that you get, but what I have updated is guild treasure and guild gold treasure. It's off. I cannot take them anymore. As you can see, it's 400 out of 400. This is obtainable. It was like this for about maybe even a week. I am still allowing myself to do like the guild dungeon. I haven't done it for a very long time. I'm not really aligning with my guild so that I can do it, but even if I will do it, I will try to do it only 3 times so that I can fill up my activity here, so that I can get tokens of unity, only in the idea that I need those for like for collection, and that's the only way I know you can obtain them. There's no other way to obtain them outside of the guild dungeon. So that's the only purpose. I will still be doing it from time to time, only until I can fill up all my collection. After that, honestly, I won't be bothering to do it anytime soon. I'm still receiving like from dungeons. I'm creating guild treasures. That's only for like helping my guild out, for them to have what to receive. And maybe you are asking why I'm doing like this limitation for me. For example, in the collection, if we go here to world, as you can see, I completed quite a lot of these with the cores, and like 100% was from the guild treasures. It was not farmed by myself, and yeah, I decided no more guild treasure. I will need to farm all of these manually by myself. I still have a lot of them to farm, so yeah, that will be fun farming these low level areas. But as I said, it's all in making your time playing enjoyable. It's not about doing high tier dungeons, low level zones. So yeah, coming back to the guild activities, the guild item shop, now it will be off limits for me, just in the idea that everything that I can get from it comes from guild treasure. Also, no more jewel cubes of union. If I want something like this, there are some of them in the war experience shop, and I can buy those if I want, but I'm no longer allowed to buy anything from here. But there is a slight, let me say, pass on this rule, not able to buy anything from here, just because the faded epaulet of dead B2F drops you elixir material. The elixir material is only usable in the guild shop to buy potions, to buy karma rune exchange ticket boxes, and if I get them like farming solo stuff, I don't know, or I don't see why I should not be allowed to use them. So that's the only thing that I can use them on. These ones I've obtained from, as I said, farming the faded epaulet of dead. It's in my last video that I uploaded. So yeah, this will not give me like a huge boost in what I can do. It's just a little bit of things that give me extra help. But again, it's solo farming, so anything that's solo, it's allowed in my books. And regarding the rules, I believe that's kind of the wrap up of it. It's just a little thing that I was doing that I believe I shouldn't be doing anymore, and I shouldn't be allowed to do it further. So yeah, I removed them. If you want to follow these rules, or if you were already doing something like this, feel free to check the updated rules and adapt your playtime according to them. But if you don't want to do that, just do what you want to do. As I'm always saying, try to make the game fun for you, not for me or for anyone else. And the very last thing that I want to like mention in this video, just as a kind of a heads up, I will do this video and the next one kind of back to back. So yeah, I will present more about the next topic in the next video and a little bit of upcoming project of mine. But yeah, the next big thing I would say that I achieved was, as you can see, I've reached the mid level. Right now I'm only at the medium grade, but I'm hoping I can get back to Raphael, where I was with my wizard quite easily. And yeah, as you can see, as I went through my meat upgrading and slotting, I will pin my meat explanation video at about this moment, so you can go watch that one if you want. But the short side of it, like, first of all, I've unlocked all the blocked sections, and after that I was trying just to get like mainly purple slots, or maybe having them a little bit higher. Right now I'm not looking like this is the for PvE or PvP. I'm just looking at how much holy power it can give me and trying to go one by one and making it better and better. For example, this can go one step higher. This one is quite awful, as well as this one. This is even worse. So yeah, I still have a lot to do, but I will be talking more about this in the next video. And as I said, my little project that I want to do, which I believe quite strongly that could help you in deciding how to do your meat points, maybe even the most optimal way, so that you can get higher and higher grade. But for now, that will be all on the meat system. I will talk more about like what my direction in my playstyle is. Like, as you saw, as I said before, I'm collecting DP as I'm going. I'm not wasting it on a lot of things, and the most things that the main thing that I will upgrade with my DP will be these accessories, then making them plus 16 wherever I can, then doing these ones in chaos upgrade, and yeah, that will be the main thing that my DP will go on. Maybe sometimes buying 4 gems if I have the need for them. So yeah, the next big thing that, as you can see right now, I'm farming, and I explained I want to get this crystal to plus 20. That will be by upgrading high gear to plus 15, extracting them to get perfect core highs. For me, it's not worth trying to upgrade from plus 18 to plus 20. I would rather just collect the perfect cores and try to upgrade them like that, because it's a very low chance of getting an upgrade, and I don't want to waste safeguards and upgrade cores like that. So yeah, and for that I'm doing the awakened dungeons right now, just so that I can get the epic boosters and try to make the max epic boost. That will be an almost complete crystal for me. Also, you may be asking why I don't have critical rate anywhere. As a force blader, you get ton of critical rate. As you can see, I'm way higher than my current cap, but yeah, that's why I have only amp or critical damage. After I maybe manage to finish all my upgrades for my crystal, I will keep doing as I did before, Sienna 1 and Sienna 2. I really want to be able to craft myself 2 penetration bracelets, because after I get 2 penetration bracelets, I believe I will keep them for a long time. I will chaos upgrade them. So yeah, that's one extra thing that I will be doing after completing my crystal. For the blade, for example, I'm not planning to keep like sig metal stuff or high grade weapons. I would rather wait for maybe when I get like Paladinum 1 or Archidinum, or even Demonite or Dragonium, if for somehow that will be possible, because I will hopefully get more and more combat power, and at some point I will be able to do those dungeons as well. As for my costume, let's say, soon I will be able to start crafting them and try to get to sig metal ones. The very first ones that I will stick with, I will try to make all of this gear in sig metal. so that I can have the possibility to buy slot extender highest, slot extender high with my dungeon fragments, and having like plus 20 masters sig metal with 3 slots. You can easily do like ultimate DX and all of that with them easily. So but right now I want to finish like in collection. If I go for these ones, I still have some upgrade core pieces that I need to put here, and after I put these ones here, I will start to collect them and start to craft the gear that I want. I'm very excited for that. I never focused on crafting in Cabal before, and yeah, that will be quite enjoyable for me to be able to make my own gear, crafting it, and all of that. And basically that will be the next period of time that I will be farming. I don't know, people are saying that a new event will come in May, maybe at the end of May, and I will see about that time what exactly. Maybe I can switch my focus if the event presents some opportunities, but until then this will be my focus, as I explained before. And yeah, if you are curious about some things that I am doing, or you don't understand some things that I have done, for example these ones, I bought from the DP shop safeguards, chaos safeguards. I bought the chaos cores from them, and I went step by step in upgrading them. So yeah, if there are some things that you don't understand, maybe how I got them, how everything happened, just write in the comments. I am glad to see whenever you have any questions, any doubts, and I will gladly answer everything you want to know. For example, even the money, how I'm making alls if I'm not doing like anything, not selling anything on the auction house and all of that. Well, mostly I would say is from faded jewels. As you see, while doing my Awakened DX dungeons, I managed to get 1 green jewel, and I got a lot of them in my day-to-day farming. So yeah, that's the main the main way that I'm making my money. And yeah, another thing that I forgot before I end this video, I managed to do some of my stellar. As you can see, this first line is purple. The first steps that I will do will make this first line purple, line 3 purple, and line not 4 but 5 to purple as well, because these 3 give you PV stats. As you can see here, they need to be the same color. Even if you have them like all this yellow orange one, they will give you the stats, but they will give you less stats. So preferably you have them all purple. Let me just go import Lux fast, and with the luminous fragments that I have, I will buy some luminous Selena. It's not that much, but let's see if I have a bit of luck in this video. But yeah, the main gist of it is make the first, third, and fifth line purple. It doesn't matter what stats, but at the same time try to pay attention what stats you are getting, because even if it's this color, you may get the perfect stat for this slot, and you just have to use luminous souls to raise it to emptiness. So yeah, don't go past it like the wind. Pay attention to them, and if it's not the perfect stat, like I believe it's first one, it's penetration, second line critical damage, third line all attack up or something like that, fourth line penetration, fifth line critical damage. I don't really remember the exact numbers, but maybe I will put in the description a link to Mr. Wormy's website, from where I take my stats and see exactly if I'm max or the second max one. But yeah, if you get the max or the second max stat, I would say keep it, upgrade it to emptiness, not stellar imprint, but link transformation, and just transform it to the max emptiness one and leave it like that. But what I will do is make this one purple, this is done, make this one purple, make the fifth one purple. Then I will try to fill second and fourth line as well. The second and fourth line I will try to get the best or second best stat, in the idea that I can roll these and I don't care for them to be purple. So yeah, I believe doing these two first as perfect stats on each slot is better. So yeah, make this purple, this one, fifth one, then try to get on line 2 and 4 perfect stats, and only after that I would say go for these other 3 lines trying to get the perfect stat for each slot. But again, that will be a long way ahead. So yeah, but right now I got some Luminous Selena. Let's try and see if I can get. Always, at least on Play Cabal, you always want to use the emptiness roll because you get a lot of Selenas and it's not worth to do this one even if it's cheaper. Always be sure you are at emptiness, click imprint. I didn't get a good one. You click somewhere over here and then you just press spacebar and it re-rolls instantly. You don't have to close, imprint again, and all of that hassle. And right now I'm trying to roll into a purple one, but sadly from the little Selena that I had, yeah, right over here, I was not able to get a purple one, but I will gather some up in my daily grind and I will try to give this one a purple color as well. Alright then, so I again talked a lot about my progression. I had a big gap between uploads, so I gathered a lot of progression. If I forgot about something, let me know. In the next episode, I will try to explain more about the myth system maybe and the little project that I will try to start in the next couple of weeks, in the idea that I believe it will help you advance your myth system more optimized, let's call it that, more optimized than with ease. But more about that on my next video. So until then, thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around with me, and as I always like to say, keep grinding, but don't forget to have fun.